Hello, this is the festive edition, and you can tell it's the festive edition because I'm forcing it on you too early, and all of the joy is a facade. I do really love Christmas, actually. I genuinely love Christmas. But I think that's largely because, and I don't mean to brag, but I am very good at dissociating. So it's easy for me to imagine myself as a carefree child or Muppet, just going with the vibe of the season. But I'm not a child or subjectively a Muppet. I am an adult human. And being an adult human around Christmas is weird. And being an adult human with a kid, even weirder. I don't know if this is a universal thing or if it was just us. But when my daughter was in primary school, there was a real push to go beyond your traditional average nativity play. God forbid they should show us anything that we'd ever seen before. And to their credit, these plays were not boring. For a start, they were all in Welsh, not strange in itself. I live in Wales. But if you don't speak the language, if you don't understand a word of what's being said, it does add a whole new layer of unreality to the whole thing. So I'd like you to imagine, come with me on this journey. Imagine sitting down in a school hall on a chair that's too small for you because it wasn't designed for you, expecting to see a nativity play, and seeing instead, all in a language you don't understand, the Doctor flying around in his TARDIS to show some penguins and a sentient iPad and 4 Elvis impersonators a photo of the baby Jesus. It's a nice little nod to religion at the end there. Yep. Yeah, 4 Elvis impersonators. Yeah, nice little nod to religion at the end. A Welsh rendition of Jingle Bells, and then a 5-year-old David Tennant whips out a Saviour of the Infant Christ to prove to the penguins that Christmas isn't all about Elvis. That's not very relatable, is it? I can see from some of your faces that exact thing hasn't happened to many of you. I'll try to be more relatable in the rest of this now. How about those Christmas songs? That's something that's going to be relatable to anyone here who's from the UK. So thank goodness there's no one here from Malta. We know that Christmas has really begun when we start hearing those Christmas songs, happy, twinkly songs, often featuring sleigh bells or church bells or people going ding dong pretending to be bells. They're synonymous with Christmas. They get us in the Christmas spirit. You know the songs. There's the one about the starving children in Rwanda. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Thank God it's them instead of you. There's the at least 3 that are set during or mention the war. There's the one where the guy won't let the woman go home and spikes her drink. Or the one where Father Christmas isn't real and you get what you deserve. Or the one where she wants to have sex with Father Christmas in return for a convertible and a yacht. One where your mum had sex with Father Christmas while you looked on traumatized. Or everyone's favorite, the one with the incarcerated alcoholic and the drug addict spewing homophobic slurs from her deathbed. But we can't help it. I think that Christmas is inextricably woven up together with misery. Christmas as we know it is a little bit miserable. Look at the adverts. A few years ago, there was an advert for a popular streaming service that invited the viewers to sign up quickly so that they could make the most of festive TV. And one of the bits of festive TV that it cited, one of the things that they thought that people want to sign up quickly for so they wouldn't miss it, was Chernobyl. And these adverts, all of them, almost without exception, they all have this air of gloom around Christmas time. Behind all of the twinkle, they all have this morose kind of worthy feel, this feel of this carrot is an orphan. This reindeer won't see its grandchildren this year. This pudding is homeless. Now buy a prawn ring and a 3-bird roast. Here's Katie Melua singing War Pigs. And the films as well, the films that you think are so heartwarming that you watch every year to get you into the Christmas spirit, they're all miserable. It's a Wonderful Life is 1% heartwarming family comedy, 99% grueling suicide drama. Miracle on 34th Street is largely about capitalism and cynicism. The snowman fucking melts. We are priming our children for disappointment and loss of innocence and bereavement because we're scared, and because Christmas brings home the passing of time and makes us even more scared. Stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, I'm not done. I think I'm in more of a position to be optimistic around this time of year. I think I'm in a good position to be optimistic because I work in children's entertainment. I'm a wizard most of the year, pretty in keeping for me, pretty in character. I do try to only choose jobs that sound like I've just made them up. I get some weird texts and phone calls from my boss. I'll sometimes get a text in the middle of the night saying something like, "I have hidden the dragon's egg."
Ooh.
And I'll say, "Yeah, you don't have to text me about it in the middle of the night, though. You could have just told me in the magic library." And I got a call from him last month saying, "You know, we don't want you to do wizarding through December." I said, "Yes." He said, "Would you be willing to do elf work?" And I was willing to do elf work, and it's lots of fun, but I think it's always fun working with children. I enjoy the interactions you have because children are unfiltered and they are really stupid when it comes to social interaction. And in that sense, I connect with them. I once had a little girl run at me at work, really launch herself at me. And when she'd caught up with me, she held her hand out, looked up at me, very solemnly opened her hand to reveal a half-eaten cocktail sausage, whispered, "Sausage," and ran away. That's one of my favourite interactions I've ever had with anyone. And at Christmas, it's fantastic because the children are all het up on sugar, the parents are ragged, and I only have to spend 10 minutes with each family, just long enough for them to fill in their official letter to Santa before I palm them off on the big guy himself and move on to the next family. So I get to hear parents shouting at their toddlers, "No, don't tick that you've been naughty." Jemima Maud, I swear to God, you have been sharing with your brother. You have, haven't you? Tell her you've been sharing with your brother. She has been good. I swear she has. I think because I've got the elf costume on, I'm from the Lapland DWP. To sanction this toddler with beans around her face who they've forced into a tartan Victorian gown for one night only. I'll leave you on a brief confused note. Apropos of nothing, it's just something that I've been carrying around for a while and I'd like to get off my chest. Sometimes people can go a bit too far when it comes to Christmas. A few years ago, I was in a Starbucks toilet and the sanitary bin was overflowing with Quality Street wrappers. I don't know what to do with that information. That was 2017. That's been waiting 5 years for me to get into stand-up comedy so I could exercise it. So thank you. Misery loves company. Merry Christmas.